Hello. All right. In today's video, I'm going to walk through Google Search Console and also Analytics. I'm going to show you how to set it up with your Super account for your Notion Super website. And from there, we'll get into just the details of what you're doing, why you're doing it, all of that stuff. Now, there is one thing to be said, which is Super at this point in time, I don't believe generates a sitemap. So let's see. Oh, they do. Okay, this is good news. This is really, really good news. What is a sitemap? It's something that Google really loves. We'll just keep it at that. There's other things I could say about this. There's not a lot of data here. If I show you our agency sitemap, you'll see here, there's just a lot more information that's coming up in the pages. And there's a lot more pages. But as of right now, what we have is basically the URLs. And that's a good starting point for us. So I'm going to keep that, and we're going to go to Google Search Console. Now, I'm doing this a little bit backwards because for this website, I'm not going to use Google Analytics, but what I'd recommend, let's actually just set it up. Give me 1 second. Let me get us into Google Analytics. Okay, so I'm in Google Analytics. What I did was I clicked on this little gear wheel down here at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit create an account. If you've never done it before, it'll just say create an account initially. But I'm going to hit create account, and then from here, basically, let's call this David blog and go from there. I'm going to just uncheck all of these and then hit next, and then here, David's blog, and hit next. Asks you a few questions. I'm just going to skip those questions. Don't want to give Google any information that I don't want to give, and go from there. Okay, so now we have this set up. It's a new account. You'll see here David's blog with this number. What type of platform? This is not an app, so it is a web address. So from there, I'm going to add in my URL, which would actually be just that. Stream name, David's blog. I'm just going to put website. Okay, so it has some other options here. What kind of tracking do you want? All of that. But I'm going to hit create stream. And once it does that, it sends you all of this. Now, this is where it's easy, a little bit easy. Okay, Google site tag. So you want to click on this, and you'll see it'll give you this code. Well, you copy that. This is the main code. We copy that. We go back to our site. This is my super site. So I will go to options, and then I will do edit code. So this is global code injection. This is going to adjust code on the whole page, on the entire site, and it's adjusting it in the head, which is where we want it. So I have these styles set up, but what I'm going to do, what's this say? Oh, it gives you different options here. I didn't even realize that. That is so funny. I put this in the head, and it doesn't need to be in the head. Wow. Okay, I'm going to talk through that in another video. Anyway, there's that. And so we just add it to the very top, ideally to the very top. I'm going to copy this. No, actually, I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to remove it eventually, but for right now, that is that. So then we're going to hit save and then go back to our Google Analytics account. It takes a little time to show that it's working, but now we're set up. It says no data received in the last 48 hours. It takes a little bit of time to set up, so we're just going to leave that for now, but that is good to go. All right, so we are there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Search Console. So here, I just typed in Google Search Console, and I'm going to click into that, and then I'll hit Start Now. Now, one thing worth mentioning, if I go back to Google Analytics, especially if you're using Google Analytics, make sure you're logged into the same account. So you'll see here it says hello@spacebaragency.com. That's the same account I'm going to use for Google Search Console, hello@spacebaragency.com. This helps for many purposes, but for now, let's just start with the fact that it helps in this process to be really easy. Let me show you. So when I do search properties, I'm going to hit add property, and I'm not going to do a domain. I'm going to do a URL prefix, and what I'm going to do that davids.blog. Oh, and I'm going to need this HTTPS. We want to include the S, so make sure that's there, and then hit continue. It's going to say, hey, I'm going to go verify the property. And because we have Google Analytics installed, it verifies it right away. So let's go to the property. Now I'm going to show you, if you don't do Google Analytics or you don't want that, settings, ownership verification, you'll see there's a few options here. So in that process I just did right now, as you're entering in the domain, it's going to say, how do you want to verify? There's a few ways to do it, but what I recommend is the HTML tag. So add a meta tag to your site's homepage. Okay, great. Well, we just click on that. We just copy this code here. So I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go back to my site. And then very similarly, as we did before, same section, global site code. I'm going to paste this right below and click save. Go back to ownership verification, hit verify. And you'll see now it'll go from just the Google Analytics verification to the HTML code verification. So now we have both. So for analytics, I use this tool here where you'll see there's a few domains I have built into this already. There we go. And you'll see it says David's blog. So this is actually from my previous URL. So I actually need to adjust that. Let's go to settings, and then I am going to go to developer, and it'll give me this code. So here's the JavaScript snippet. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go to in here again, same thing, add that in. So now it will track that data as new users go on the site. Now, the thing I like about Persh specifically is their whole setup is actually, how do we say this? Let's go to resources. I'm going to log out for a moment. Okay, so if you check this out, it's a cookie-free way to track and have analytics, a great alternative to Google Analytics, and it's really affordable. Super easy to use, super friendly. The experience is really nice. The user experience is great. And again, it's better. You don't need a cookie banner to use this. So if you've never done this before, the process I just showed you will get you set up, and their pricing, pricing is $4 a month for up to 10,000 pages. So if you have 10 websites and they all do 1,000 pages, well, you're paying $4 a month. And then as you go up in pages, you pay more. So you even see that it's like $8 a month is super affordable for a really simple process and tool. And what's cool is you could actually create a URL to share data. So if you want to share this data, because it's private, it's really easy to share. All right. Anyway, that's my little sales pitch on Persh. So now you have all of those things set up. So Google Analytics, you don't need to do anything at the moment. But what you can do from here is you can go into Google Search Console and go to sitemap. And what you could do is type in sitemap.xml. So it has a URL there already. You just got to type in sitemap.xml and then hit submit. And just like that, we've submitted our site. You see it says success, discoverable URLs 19. Boom. We just added our site to Google and submitted all our content to Google. So right now it's loading information from my previous site, not the new site. So we got to just give it time now. It's done this. Give it 2 to 3 days. Give it a week. It's going to start updating the information for you. You could also go in here and type in your main domain and see how it's doing. So retrieving data from Google Index. And right now it says the URL is not on Google. Now before it was going to like a different page and there's other stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to request indexing. So now it will re-index my page with the new content, the new layout, the new code, everything for this page. This takes a bit of time, but you could just do this for a few pages as you go through the process. Make sure you submit the sitemap and you are good to go. All right. So that's there. And that is how you get Google Analytics, Google Search Console set up on the back end of your site. If they ever ask, if any tool asks you, you need to add code to the head, well, you just go to edit code and here is where you can add it. All right. So that is how you get set up and get started. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you got value from this video, I have some resources for you that I bet will be helpful. Check out the link down below where you could access more resources that are free for you, for your website, for your online presence, for your design, all of that. Check out the link below. With that, if you got value from this video, let me know by hitting that like button. When you hit the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm some important information, but it also tells me that you got value from this video. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll make sure you get updated every single week. We publish a new video every single Friday. So when you hit that subscribe button, you will be notified. And with that, have a great day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.